C.S. Lewis is one of the most beloved of Christian writers. He's perhaps best known for the work that he had done with science fiction, with Chronicles of Narnia, or else the Space Trilogy. But one of my favorite works by him are the Screwtape Letters. The setting for the Screwtape Letters is advice of a senior devil to his young nephew on how it is that you can corrupt people. And as I have been looking at the events that have transpired since the death of George Floyd, it has occurred to me that C.S. Lewis's book, The Screwtape Letters, might help us understand a little bit better exactly what is happening with this movement. In The Screwtape Letters, C.S. Lewis has the senior devil tell his young nephew that you frequently cannot pull a good man down. And he says if you cannot pull a good man down, you have other strategies at your disposal. And the most effective is probably to pull the good man aside and try to make his time, energy, and effort be spent on something other than that which is most important. The word in Hebrew meaning Satan is Hasatan, our great adversary. And it seems to me that what's happening with this protest movement around the mistreatment of African Americans in our culture over all these many, many hundreds of years, and particularly focused on the death of George Floyd, is that it is a movement that is good. There is a message that is important and needs to be heard. Enough has to be enough, and our culture and society needs to change and root out racism everywhere. And yet there are those who have tried to pull this movement aside. They have tried to make the message about something other than justice for all people, irrespective of skin color. There are some who have manipulated it for their own ends and sought violence and destruction and mayhem and simple robbery and looting. But we cannot allow this good movement to be pulled aside. We need to let the movement stand. We need to let those who are crying for justice speak, and we need to let their word be heard. We need to make sure that someone else doesn't co-opt and command the narrative, and that we, who are citizens of the United States of America, are able to claim and to articulate our great pain and grief. We need to say that enough is enough, and that we will not let police brutality and the mistreatment of persons of color continue. Thank you.